Welcome friends, I'm Rose Oatley and today I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious lasagna rolls. To get started, you'll need one 10-ounce box of frozen chopped spinach. Make sure your spinach is thawed. We're going to take this to the sink to remove any excess water. Just push down to remove water and I'm going to go ahead and leave this draining in my sink while we go chop up our veggies. You want to cut and dice half of a small to medium onion. I'm also going to be chopping up about 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. Here I'm going to start boiling a large pot of water for my pasta. Over on this side to a hot pan, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we'll add our onions. Alright, we're going to want to saute our onions until they're nice and translucent. It's going to give it a really nice flavor. Onions actually produce a wide range of flavors, but it also depends on how you cook them. You can get that sharp pungency of raw to the sweet silkiness of caramelized onions, which I absolutely love in my spaghetti sauce. But just in general, how you cook your onions can actually have a big influence on your recipe's outcome. For our spices, we're going to start with a little bit of salt and pepper, and this is to your taste. Next, add 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. This is equivalent to 3 cloves of garlic. You may want to turn your heat down a little bit so you don't burn your garlic. Add 2 teaspoons of oregano, 3 teaspoons of basil. Mix to combine all spices and then add 1 standard size can of petite diced tomatoes. At this point, we'll add our 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. Here, I've got 1 jar of traditional sweet basil spaghetti sauce. I like using this Classico brand, but you can use any brand you like. My spices combined with this sauce is going to make for a delicious sauce you're going to love. And speaking of sauce, I've got a delicious homemade spaghetti sauce in my channel, so be sure to check it out and don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and before I forget, make sure to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Okay, my temp is at a low. I'm going to turn my heat up to about a number 5 and let it sit for just a bit so it can start to simmer. Once it starts bubbling like this, you want to give it a mix. Turn your heat down to low. We're going to cover it up and we're going to let it simmer on low while we continue to cook. Now that my water is boiling, I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of salt and a little bit of olive oil, and this is to help your pasta from sticking. For pasta, I'm going to be using Barilla brand. You can use any brand you like. I just personally prefer this one. And we're going to start adding our pasta. Now, I probably could have used a bigger pot here, but that's okay. So your pasta is going to begin to soften and you're going to start pushing it down little by little. Make sure that you don't force it down because you could easily break the pasta and you don't want to do that because we're going to be rolling these babies up, okay? All right, so just have a little patience. They will soften and you will get them all in there. So now you want to cook your pasta according to your box directions. This one takes 8 minutes. While our pasta is cooking, we're going to start on our filling. So you'll start with 1 egg. You want to whisk and let those hips move with it. Add your spinach. We're also going to add 1 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. A 2/3 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Add 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. And if you can, go ahead and shred your own block of cheese. This will melt a lot nicer than the one you find in the bag. All right, guys, so now we want to just mix it all together. Add a little bit of salt and pepper, about half a teaspoon or so. Give it a mix, go drain your pasta, and your sauce should also be ready. I like to lay my pasta on the counter, so I'm just going to take a couple pieces of parchment paper or wax paper and lay them on here. I forgot to mention, when you drain your pasta, make sure to rinse it in cold water. It'll kind of help separate your pasta. We're going to lay it all on here. I'm going to start adding my filling. Don't add too much, otherwise it's going to start seeping off the sides, and you also want it to roll nicely. continue to fill and roll until you reach the desired amount of rolls you want to bake. I'll tell you in just a bit how many rolls I was able to fit in a standard baking dish. Once you're done rolling, start preheating your oven at 375 degrees. All right, so now we're going to add a layer of sauce to our baking dish. Let's go ahead and start placing all our rolls in here. Now, I ended up rolling about 12 of them. I didn't use my whole box. If you wanted to, you could do that. You'll just need more than one baking dish. But this, for me and my family, is going to be more than plenty. I could have probably fit one more in here, making it a total of 13. Now you want to pour the rest of your sauce on top. Just keep in mind that if you do want to make 2 baking dishes, you'll need to double up on your sauce and filling. Now I'm just going to evenly spread it out. Next, you're going to want to add some mozzarella on top. Add as much or as little as you want. It's your dish. Now we're going to top it off with our grated Parmesan. And I'm just using the last bit that I have here. Cover it up with aluminum foil. Place it in your center rack and cook for 25 minutes at 375. Then we're going to come back, remove the foil, and continue cooking it for a couple more minutes. Remove the foil, then place back in your oven to continue melting the cheese for about 3 to 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to chop up a little more parsley to add as garnish. And I'm also going to start prepping my bread because I'm going to be putting some bread in the oven as soon as this baby comes out. Once your lasagna is out, you can start garnishing with some parsley. Let me show you what it's looking like right now. And oh my gosh, guys, it is smelling and looking so good. I can't wait to have some. Now, if you notice this little space right here, if you wanted to, you could add a few slices of tomatoes, add a little bit of parsley on top. Then you can add a little bit of salt and pepper. And we can even take it a step further and add some of this balsamic vinegar reduction. You can just drizzle a little bit on top. And here you go. I really hope you guys enjoy it. It's one of my husband's favorite, and I hope it becomes a favorite in your family too. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so below or hit my little picture on the side. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell to get notified of all of my new videos, and please be sure to check out these links on the side. Share with your friends. Thanks for watching and your support.